rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. Seeing monsters out your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero. 'Cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat. You know I'll come running. You go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarm and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, yeah, I'm coming, I'm fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, yeah, I'll be your army. When your nightmares turn to real life and the ground's filled up with landmines, we will face it standing side by side. You know I'll come running when you need. I'm coming. You know I'll come running. You go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarm and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, yeah, I'm coming, I'm fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, yeah, I'll be your army. If you go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarms and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, I'm coming, I'm fighting. Swear on the you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed. Let me bleed. Let me. All of the pain seems to follow like a shadow, dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed. Let me bleed. Let me.
I'm on my own, broken alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me. That's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas. Oh, you meant the world to me. I used to kiss your head when you cried for me.
Hello guys, thank you so much for joining in. This is your host Dinker Chaudhary, and we will be hosting the first match of the day. The flight path starts from military base, finishes off on the North Georgia city. And if you look at the teams right now, they have started to drop off from this from the flight. And I'll just get that liquid cooling done. Just give me 1 second. Now, alright guys, I'm back. I'll get the phone liquid cooling so that it won't heat up and it won't lag as much. Anyways, let's talk about the teams. There are some teams on the back of the Gatka island as well. If you and I mean on the back of the compound as well. So we are seeing a new trend here where teams are actually heading towards that place. They have started to move in, and we have a total of 3 players here, where Aman coming in from the team 18 is looking for some vehicle or maybe some guns as well. Is looking for he's hoping to get a gun at the shack, but let's see if he'll be able to get it. No, he doesn't. He finally gets pistol to his name. Maybe let's see what happens. Maybe he will be able to get some out of it, and he's trying to fall back to the compound. Unfortunately, there is no one at that compound, so he will be happy to be there. He will be safe at that location for the time being, but for how long, that's a very big question right in front of us. Anyways, we'll be moving on to some other teams who are engaging in some early fights. Watertown has been a hotly contested drop in these games, in these matches we have hosted, and this is the case today as well. Chaudhary and company in a very close proximity to Team 14, and we have seen a lot from Team 14s actually coming into the city. Orange teams, Orange also actually takes this drop of Watertown, and we have Team 14 and team number 19 at the same place. This is a direct 4v4 fight right now. So the first person to get the first knock might be the one to spark up this fight, to initiate that fight, but we'll have to wait for the result to come in, just because I don't think there's going to be any wild rush in the starting only. So we'll have to wait for things to spark up. We'll have to wait for things to actually get going. Anyways, let's talk about team 19, who are looking for some angles. Chaudhary has tried to fall back, has tried to move away from this location. I guess the call has been made to unite right now. Team 14 were already united. They had a good control over this whole Watertown area, so they will have more loot as compared to the players of team 19, who are only on the edges right now, and now they have started to fall back towards the squad house. I guess they have got a vehicle or two maybe. So the name Pikuz is the guy to get the vehicle right now, and they have got a Dacia, so yes, they can fall back from here. This is a lobby of 52 players, 17 teams. So yes, the action will spark up in the final phases of the game. The audio will be coming in, and I guess the audio has arrived, so no issues whatsoever at that point, at that location. Alright guys, the audio should have arrived till now. Alright, let's talk about the teams right now. If you look at team 18, they are in a very close vicinity to team 14 or 15, I guess. I'll have to check that. And it's actually team 5, and you can see a bunch of teams, a plethora of teams in the back side of Gatka. You can see them in the Chaudhary side actually, and this hasn't been the case in most of the customs that we have hosted, in most of the PMWW weeks that we have hosted. This is the week 5, and this is the first time I'm seeing this much of squads, this many squads coming in this area, and they're going in for the smaller compounds. They're looking for that safe approach from the get-go, but it becomes very hard to actually loot these compounds and complete their loot, because I have seen teams struggling with their loot in the final phases of the circle. So it becomes very important that you take some good drops like Yasna is completely open, Lipovka is completely open, Mansion Prison rotation is completely open for everyone. Team number 13 taking a split drop in Sosnovoka military base island. They haven't been to C buildings, I guess. I'll have to check that. Immediately on the other hand gets a knock on Amman. Amman gets knocked out, and that will be trouble coming in from Amman, just because if you look at the positioning right now, they are in these smaller compounds. They are looking for some smaller compounds, but even if you go for that safest approach, that approach is not working for them. Oman gets confirmed as well. Night Alpha will get that flush. Deadly on the other hand gets a knock on Psycho, and now he's looking for some more kills. Let's get back to TDB, who had a vehicle, who should have fallen back from water round just because they don't have enough loot to start with. I can see Piku's OP, who came in with that vehicle. He has a level 3 helmet and level 2 vest and a health kit as well. So yes, he has a good amount of loot. And let's talk about Mewtwo. He's also having a level 3 helmet. So I guess they have a good loot to start with, but Sergio is lacking some loot here, and he's only having an M16 and a shotgun, I guess, to start with. Let's see if he will be able to hit that. And is it a Thompson SMG? Take that. Actually, it's a shotgun only, S1897. Let's get back to Team 14. 4 guys standing. IFM, F34, Ingot Scar, and Bastarbo. They are fighting here in the Silver League playoffs, and the finals will be hosted in the evening. So please do join us for those matches as well. Anyways, let's talk about team number 10, who are only 2 guys standing. They have started to move away from here, which seems like the right choice to me. And let's see how far they will go, how far they'll make it into the circle, because they don't have enough compounds to loot. They are still looking for some information. They are still looking for some compounds to loot, and after that maybe they will start to make it to the circle as the circle progresses. Let's talk about the first phase of the circle that has popped in right now. It is taking Yasnaya in its arms, and there are still a lot of things happening on the map. Teams have started to show rotation. Military base team need to make it to the circle as quickly as possible. Team number 15, on the other hand, they are at a good location. They have started to cross the bridge as the zone was not supporting the military base island. He completed his loot with those smaller compounds, and now he has started to move away from this location, which seems like the right choice to me. And now the things will start to heat up here. The things will start to cook here. Team number 7, on the other hand, Miltapa and the factory compounds are being looted by them. It also gives you a good amount of loot. If you go to those locations, you will have some good loot to start with. 84 ms. So the ping is nice. Ping is nice to play. And let's talk about IVO Joker and company. Ultron also joining this squad. Strange Demon and Squad Eclipse, 4 guys standing in the looting the whole Miltapa and the factory area, and after that also adding to those smaller compounds. That loot will be completed. Let's go about team number 16, who are in the South Georgia city right now, and they must be having a good amount of loot, judging by the amount of houses, the number of houses that we have in this area. It does allow you to complete your loot very quickly. It does give you a lot of loot if you loot if you loot or in an organized way, in a strategic way, you can complete your loot in under 5 to 6 minutes. But sometimes it does take a lot of time if you're just unorganized. 2 players are looting the same location, one house by one house. So one is skipping one house, the other is skipping the other second house. So that does create a lot of issues. That does waste a lot of time. So you need a good amount of synergy in looting as well. Yes, you need a good amount of synergy in fighting, in the fights, in the 4v4 fights, in the 2v3 fights that we are now going to see in the later parts of the game. But you need a good amount of synergy in the looting as well, so that can save you a lot of time, and that time can be very beneficial to you in the later phases of the game when you need to show rotation. You need that time in your hands. You need to be one step ahead of your opponent, so that is one thing that needs to be looked at. Let's see team number 16. They have completed their loot. They have tried to make it to the final phases, the second phase of the circle. The second phase of the circle has popped in again, a normal shift, and this is the kind of typical PUBG, typical Irangle circle, I would say, favoring the paths of school. Pochinki still in the second phase of the circle, Mansion also in the circle. So Mansion and Pochinki being 2 of the extreme ends on the eastern and western side of the map. And if you look at Yasna, still in the circle. So yes, 3 or 4 of the hot drops, the hotly contested drops, are still inside the circle, but team like didn't go for those drops. AKM spray coming in from Tug connects as well. Connects beautifully, gets that knock, looking for that flush, and gets that flush as well. Beautiful spray coming in from Tug. That was exceptional accuracy coming in from inside. Our DPC has been spotted as well, and you might go down looking at the accuracy of Tug. I guess it's time up for Saitama, who is the solo player point on the spot. As soon as that Bucky tramples, or as soon as it goes somewhere else, Saitama DPC goes down, and there's no way he can survive. Yes, he goes down. He will be confirmed as well without any delay. Red zone coming into play by team 16. Team 16 completed their loot. They have started to make other teams pay for their sins, pay for the mistakes that they are making, and solo player and the solo player is rotating as a solo player. There is no backup whatsoever provided to him, and this is what happens when you are too far away from your teammates. When you are trying to show rotation, you need to be in a 50 meters distance to your squad mates so that they can actually provide you some kind of cover when you need it. But unfortunately, no cover was provided. Saitama was confirmed, some grenades being popped in from both the sides, and it connects. Pikuzopi gets a knock. Now he will be confirming that player as well. The other 3 players of Team 14 are very far away from this location. They won't be providing any kind of cover for the time being. Finally, they have started to rotate from the right hand side, and they might be spotted as well. Turbo surviving on minimal HP. He was lucky, very lucky to survive, or else that would have seen the knockout of another player of Team 14. They have already lost out on one of their players, and if they lose out on another player, that will be disastrous for them, because then there will be only 2 guys standing. That will call for trouble for them. Anyways, spray being taken by the players of Team 14 as well. Pikobe is low on health. He needs to heal up as quickly as possible. Let's go back to Mewtwo. He's having a very good angle as well. He is having a high ground advantage to his name that he can put to good use and maybe get a knock or 2 on the players of Team 14, and that can weave the rush, that can start the rush, can spark the rush here in the Watertown area. Mewtwo is still looking for some information, taking hard TPP on the players of Team 14. Have spotted one, goes for the spray. Unfortunately, doesn't connect, but he will be continuing the spray. He will be going for the next round, and maybe he will get some success in that round. Let's see what happens. Team 14 still in contention for Watertown. They have already lost on one of their players. Team 19 on the other hand, they are 4 guys standing. They are in good shape right now. All the players are surviving, and if you look at them, they are 4 men strong. And comparing them with the other player team who started with 4 players, but they have already lost out on one of their players. So first frag in Watertown goes to Team 19. They must be having a good confidence because they have connected more than they have missed. But if you talk about team number 14, they have missed out on a lot of chances. They had the full control over Watertown area. They had good angles, but they didn't make good use of it in the starting. But now, if you look at them right now, they are looking for some information on the players of Team 19. A wild spray comes in. Unfortunately, doesn't connect. Pikuzo will be trying to flank from the right hand side. That flank angle can be rewarding and can be punishing as well. We'll have to look at that. And this fight is actually very passive fight. This fight is happening from a very long time. We have already been 13 minutes into the game, and that fight is actually happening from the first minute of the game. Anyways, one of the players from Hawk was down. Choco versus Hawk, 2 of the teams who have managed to survive till the silver league playoff, and now Sabot being shot at, and he lost out on some of his health points, but he will survive for the time being. He won't need a revival. TW Media on the other hand gets a knock on Aim God's car, so that might be the rush starting in the Watertown area. That might give that last nail in the coffin that was needed by Team TDB. They have already got rid of one of the players, so as soon as they got the second knock, they should be rushing in. They should be going in with all their gunpower, with manpower, and I guess they didn't rush in. So again, this fight is happening in a very passive manner. As soon as you got that knock, you should have rushed in, just because that is still a 4v2 fight. You have to get some cover from your squad mates. You have to leave one of your players to give you some kind of cover, and the other player should rush in, but unfortunately that didn't happen. They will still be at a position where they will try to survive for the time being. BDC Bunny on the other hand gets a confirmation on the players of Alone. One more player goes down. That will give us our top 45 players in this game and the top 17 teams as well. The third zone has actually popped in, and it has taken a hard shift towards the Watertown area. Team number 19 and Team 14 will continue to fight for the timing, and they can actually continue just because that part is still inside the circle, so they can elongate the fight for the time being. Roseoak still in contention, open area for holding the zone if you want to, and the Roseoak compounds actually are also up for grabs for the teams, and let's see who will be the first to show rotation into those right side on the eastern side of Roseoak on this compound. Same got Scar on the other hand gets confirmed. TDB Mewtwo, TDB finally redeeming their numbers. They have done that really well. They have got rid of 2 of the players that were in the squad house area, and Team 14 will be left out with only 1 player, who is going to be Hunter, who is not moving an inch from his location. I guess he's offline or something like that. No ideas, but yes, he looks down and out to me. On the other hand, let's talk about the eastern side of the circle, where a lot of teams have started to clutter. There are at least 3 to 4 squads in this area that are showing rotation to actually capture some good compounds for their squads. Let's see if that is going to happen. Team number 7, I guess they're starting with 4 players. Yes, they have 4 players to the name. Team 4 on the other hand, they got early control of this compound, and now they are trying to make other squads pay for it. Ultron was already low on health. I guess he made it to the circle just a while ago, and he will need to heal up as quickly as possible. Team 7, Team 15, Team 4 and Team 12, these 4 squads might engage in a little bit of fight and a little bit of banter between each other. Team 15 on the other hand, they're looking for that higher ridge, maybe to create something out of the blue, to get something out of these fights that are happening. Team 15 Joker is the only player surviving from his squad, but still he's taking his risk, and he's on this top ridge where teams can actually slam into if they want to get an angle over team 4. So that can be something that we will need to look at. Anyways, Joker has put himself at risk by coming as a solo player at this area. That can be a terrible decision, terrible decision, I guess. They only started with 2 players. One of the player was finished off, and now Joker exposing himself to the players of Choco, who as soon as they get an angle on Joker, he has no cover whatsoever that he can run to, and now he is trying to spot the players of Choco. He might get a knock, but that will be it. He won't be getting anything more than that from this location, because if you look at the players of Choco, they have some good hard cover to their name. That hard cover is going to protect them. That hard cover is going to stop the players of team 15 who's Joker. That hard cover is going to stop him from getting that confirmation, and they are still, they have a good pair to their name. Cybot and Bear on the left hand side, Bug and Badnam on the right hand side, so that revival won't be that hard to pull off. Anyways, Joker has put himself at risk without I don't think he's going to get any rewards from this situation. So Joker needs to actually fall back to his location and maybe do a third party when a fight is happening in the outer compound of this area. Choco squad, if they expose themselves, if they come out to do any kind of damage to some other squad, that will be the point where Joker needs to come in and he needs to play his cards right. But let's see if he will be able to do that. There are still 16 teams and 41 players alive in this game. We have already seen demise of a lot of players on the edge. Teams are happening to fight on the edges, but if you look at the center area, Rozok totally empty for the squads to take up, and team number 9 took those compounds on the eastern side of Rozok, but they're outside the zone right now. The fourth phase of the circle has formed on the school apartments, the main school building, and on top of that we also have this area, I mean on the western side of the circle we also have a good compound. So that compound will be up for grabs, and I guess one of the teams from team 21 and team 5 might be the first to start to get at that location, since the compound is outside the zone. So they need to make it quickly to the circle, to the next phase of the circle. They don't need to engage in this fight outside the circle when you only have 59 seconds. As soon as one of your teammates get knocked out, you will be wasting 20 seconds of your time, which you could have utilized to make it to the circle, which you could have utilized to actually go into the safe zone. But still they are taking their risk. They are not moving into the circle. Anyways, let's talk about team 21. Only one guy standing. POV Megatron on the other hand gets a knock for his squad, and I guess the fight has tried to start in the fight between team 11 and team 10. Megatron goes down, confirmed as well by Miles. Anyways, the cover has arrived. It is a little late, but unfortunately Milu will get confirmed, Hawk will get that flash, and they will make it to top 15 with 2 kills to the name. So they need to do a lot of work before actually they can be into the finals of the Silver League, because if you look at the situation right now, there are still 15 teams alive in this game, and there are a lot of fights that can happen. Anyways, R4G3 versus Choco, that is a pending fight from long time, and teams have started to rotation. One of the players from Choco was knocked out, I guess, so I'll have to go back to them. Yes, one of the players from Choco was out. There are a lot of squads in this area, as you can see my render issue. Team 7, team 4 and team 20 in the same area, and Cybot coming in from the left hand side. One more player from Choco goes down by that grenade, and they are popping in some beautiful grenades. I'm talking about team number 7 right now, who have got those 2 knocks to the name. More grenades coming in. Cybot will be creating some cover for his squad mates. He's trying his best to create some kind of cover. I'm having a lot of lag just because there are a lot of teams in this vicinity, in this area. Yes, the fight has started to cook. Bug finally gets a knock for his squad. Vehicles are flying. Vehicles are just flying from everywhere. Anyways, raining actually. It's not flying, it's raining. Let's talk about Chocobug, who got a knock just before the demise of his squad, but I guess they will get the revival done. Let's talk about Ivy Ultron, who needs to take advantage of this situation. They got those 2 knocks, they didn't rush, and that will be a cause of concern for them, because they have lost out on one of their players. But team number 4, who were 2 player down, they didn't lose out on any players. Team 20 on the other hand, they are also sharing the building with team 7, but they haven't done any kind of damage to the other squad. Team 4 now starting to pop in some grenades on all the floors. They are starting to get some information. Demon very low on health, he survives on minimal HP. Eltron will try to heal up as well. Demon needs to quickly pop in that hill kit. Team number 20, team number 7 and team number 4 still sharing the same building, and team number 4 on the outskirts of the building, and they are trying to get some more information. They are trying to get some initial knocks, and they were 2 players down, but they have the knock from Bug actually was the turning point in this fight. They used that thing really well, and now Choco squad has started to show some early rotation, which seemed like the right choice to me. As soon as the zone was shifted to the other side, they started to move in. Choco Cybot on the other hand, providing a beautiful cover to his squad mate, gets a knock for his squad, and now that rotation will be very easy for them. Cybot on the other hand gets spotted. He's very low on health, and he goes down as well. Cybot, and I guess that was something that you gave up on. Maybe he provided a beautiful cover to his squad mates that allowed his squad to actually make it to the circle, and he has given up on himself for that, and he actually played a vital role in the success of his squad. And if Choco gets the chicken dinner, that will be one of the main reasons will be Cybot, who allowed his squad to make it to the circle safely. That was something we need to look at. Anyways, in dead shot gets a knock on squad players. Because goes for that spray. Unfortunately doesn't connect for the time being, because OP will try to get healed up as quickly as possible. Ultron on the other hand gets a knock on team 20, gets flushed as well, but team number 7, they need to make it to the circle as quickly as possible. The zone has started to close in. This is already the 5th zone closing in, so you cannot waste more time here. Anyways, Ultron is not moving in. I don't know why, but he will be getting a lot of damage done to him by the play zone. Yes, he knows that. He will be looking for some random vehicles to pop into, and no, he's actually choosing vehicles here, which shouldn't be the case. Ultron, you shouldn't be choosing here. You have no time to choose. Demon goes down, and Demon is going to go down. Actually, he's trying to pop in that hill kit. Yes, he will go down. Ultron as the solo survivor, and he wasted some time choosing that vehicle, and that time has costed him, and now he'll go down. Anyways, you should know that this is the 5th zone. You cannot choose. There is no choice in the 5th zone. Anyways, Choco squad made it to the final circles. They are in the 5th circle right now. We have already seen top 8 squads here. Let's get back to ING Venom, who is the solo player surviving from his squad. That snake claim gameplay is trying to come in, and it is also an art that you can pull off, and it is very hard to pull off actually. You cannot just sneak in at any location, and you cannot get your squad to top 5. You need to be very precise with your locations. You need to be very aware of the situations that are on the other sides. Anyways, Chocobug again coming into play. He connected some good shots on the player of team 13, I guess. Maybe it was Choco, maybe it was someone else. Actually, Chocobug didn't get that kill. It was someone else who suppressed the rush that was coming in. Anyways, team 4, they need to make it to the circle as quickly as possible. They have a rock in front of them. I don't know if that rock is inside the circle. They can just slam in their vehicles at that location, and maybe they can survive. Hawk squad on the other hand, they took early control over that main school building, and now they need to make it to the circle. And actually, one of their players is already inside the circle, so that's going to be one thing they need to look at. I guess they are trying to take the control of that tree, and now they are trying to pop in some spots at that location. On the player URGB goes down by that beautiful vehicle explosion coming in from Pasha. He connects, he takes that player down, and now Choco squad making it into the circle. The 6th circle has started to close in, and now the 7th circle will pop in a little while, but we still have 5 teams actually now, and 16 players alive. Venom gets confirmed, who was the solo player from his squad. Hawk Pasha won't be able to confirm his kill for the time being. TDB 3 players down. They are all down and out. Jarvis will be looking for that flush, and Hawk squad, they had a very beautiful angle. Ranger does a 1v4 against TDB. Well done, Ranger. Beautiful spray, and an opportunist. I must say, Ranger was the guy to take that full squad out, but Ranger goes down by as well by Pasha. Pasha has been doing it time and time again. He has been connecting some beautiful shots for his squads, and now he will be trying to knock someone else out. Team number 13, 2 players down. They are trying to pop in smokes. All of these smokes at the same location. Beast also goes down. Pasha connects again, and now Reko Bisir, being the only player from his squad, he needs to get that revival done, and maybe get other revival done on the other players as well. But the Hawk squad, they need to blow up that vehicle so that they can have a better angle. Anyways, the 1 revival has been completed. They will be going in for the 2nd revival. The 3rd revival, they base. There's some shots being connected on him, and Pasha connects beautifully, and the wage goes down as well. Finally, some resistance coming in from the players of team 13 as well. They have started to fight back, but will that fight back work? They are outside the circle. Hawktober on the other hand gets a knock on Choco Beer, and Hawk squad is making good use of this high ground that they have. Jarvis goes down by the play zone. The zone has started to close in. They weren't aware of that thing, and Jarvis will pay for that mistake with his life. Jarvis gets confirmed, and that will be our top of 4 squads in this game. Team 13 still 3 guys standing actually. One of the player was finished off by Pasha. Pasha only has 1 kill till now. he has struggled a lot. He has done a lot to make it to this location. Ranger goes down by the play zone. Team number 13 very down on health. They will get informed. Hawk squad will be the opportunist here. They will get the chicken dinner very easily with a total of 9 kills. Second position goes to Ranger and company with 7 kills. Third position goes to B2C and POP with 2 kills. And rest of the rankings you can see for yourself. Thank you so much guys for joining in. Let's meet after a short break.
nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarms and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, I'm coming, I'm fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, yeah, I'll be your army. Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. in my head because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality.
Alright guys, thank you so much for joining in. This is your host Dinker Chaudhary, back with a live stream of another match, and this will be the second match of the day, starting with 41 players and 14 teams. The flight path starts on the northern side of Query, finishes off right on the Stolber area. So again a northern flight path, I guess, with a little tilt, horizontal flight path with a little northern tilt. Anyways, teams can go to Pujinki as well. Pujinki was one of those places which was not contested in the last game, so it might be the same case in this one as well. There were a lot of squads in the Query in the region in the last game that we hosted, in the last angle that we hosted. There were a lot of teams in that region, so we might see that happening again. On the other hand, team number 13 has started to move in towards the Primorsk side, and I guess they will have some happy time looting that location, just because there is no one at that location. So they will be looting that area, and after that they will start to move away from that location. Team 2, Team 3, Team 8 and Team 4, they have started to go towards Hospital and Giorgio City. That is going to be a highly contested location, just because if you see the number of teams, there are actually 4 teams heading straight towards the South Georgia City, and yes, team 3 is finally starting to make it to the containers, because they know there will be no one at containers. They were risking it for South Georgia City as well, so they might go to North Georgia or maybe containers as well. So these can be two things that they need to be looked at, and I guess they are looking for containers right now. The circle is favoring this area as well, so complete your loot, start to search for a good compound and just hold there for around 15 minutes and you will be in for the game. This is the circle. This is what the circle says, and these are the kind of circles where you just need to hold a good location. If I talk about a good location, you know, compounds near to shooting range behind North Georgia can be the best bet here, but we'll have to look at the things. Anyways, in 3-1 squad, Nishant, Kalnak and Raj this time. 3 guys standing. On the other hand, we have team number 9 who are also 3 guys standing, so this will be a 3v3 fight. Teams have actually drawn a line between them, with team 10 getting most part of Severny, and they have a better control. If we talk about the control of Severny, if we compare that control of team 9 and team 10, team 10 actually have a better control. They have more area to loot, and I guess that will be giving them a little more loot than the players of team 9. M16 in the hand of Jatin, and M416 as well, so I guess he has already got a lot of ammo for his M416, so he will be looking for some frags here and there. And I'm not sure if he knows that there is a squad on the other side of the road, but I guess his other squad mates might have spotted that, and they would have provided that information. Let's look at the loot of some other players. Flame gets a UMP45, so yes, he has an autogun as well. Sky Sahil on the other hand, he's the one to search for guns right now. He should be searching for guns. He's having an M16 and the 3x scope, so that's a good thing. So if he gets an M416 here, that will be you know, one of the best thing to happen to him right now. It changes his shotgun with AKM, and now AKM and M16 for long range, AKM for close range, but I don't think there is going to be any long range fight. You will be engaging in a mid range fight, that's for sure, and it is going to be very interesting to look at who gets the first knock here, because the first knock will be very important here, and the team to get that first knock will start to you know, feel that adrenaline rush in them, and I guess that will be the rush here. But anyways, team number 10 very far away from each other, but if you look at the players of team number 9, they are not that far because of the compound that they have. Team number 9 need to be you know, with each other, and 2 AKMs actually. Sahil will mark that other AKM for his squad mates who will be looking for some more guns, but all of them have you know, an auto gun in their name, so I don't think there is going to be someone who's going to give up on his M416 for that AKM for the time being. Anyways, there are people who like AKM more than M416, and most of the people actually like to have that loadout of AKM and M4 with them. I'm one of those guys who likes to you know, couple my AKM with M416 and yeah, use that combo, because when you're playing duo versus squad, when you're playing trio versus squad, you need to have double ARs in your hand, because anytime a squad can rush on you, and when you're low in numbers, you need to have that extra you know, premium extra safety pin on your hand, so that you can actually pull off that fight. Anyways, let's look at Nishant right now. AKM and M416, this is the combo I was talking about. Most of the players are using that combo right now. AKM for close range fights, M416 for both close range and mid range, and tap shots for long range as well. So these are the two things that can come into use. Let's see when this fight will start. Let's look at some other players. There is a lot of cluttering going on in the South Georgia city, and this is what happened in the last game as well. We saw a little bit of fight in the South Georgia. Asharam gets a confirmation on Elite Epsilon with that AKM headshot, and first it showed us that it was by an AWM, and I was like, what? But anyways, Sayer in company, 3 guys standing, 5200. Cyclops was in another group, and Trigo is in another group. They are from the same clan, but yes, they are playing from different teams. Let's go back to team number 17. 1v4 Sky, Lucifer and Wasp. Shadow did really well in the Gold League finals, I guess, in the last week maybe. I don't remember that, but yes, he did show us a beautiful gameplay. Kalnak on the other hand connects a beautiful grenade, and I guess they have started to rush into the quarters of team 9. That grenade from Kalnak did connect, and he's the solo player rushing in right now. He needs to take care of himself, or else he will go down. The other players of team number 10 have started to rush in, and actually they are going for that rush. They are trying to, you know, come in with each other. Kalnak trying to pop in another grenade. He is exposed right now. Sahil, he needs to take that shot. He needs to knock him out, and that was an open shot for Sahil, but unfortunately he wasn't able to do that. But the other players from N31, they did get that knock on Sahil. So yes, that team number 9 is in a deep trouble right now. Flame is very low on health. He was just revived a while ago, but finally has got that full health kit as well to full his health bar, to full his health points. Lucifer goes down by the hands of Beast. That is one knock going for Hawk's Beast. Yeah, team number 9, still 3 guys standing. Khalnak trying to pop in another grenade by putting himself at risk. Let's see if this risk will pay off or not. Sile has been revived as well. He needs to heal up as quickly as possible. Flame might be spotted. A little part of him was exposed. Exposed N31 squad on the other hand. They're starting to rush in on the players of team number 9. This is still a 3v3 fight with Ishant coming in with a vehicle to actually rush in on this compound. Anyways, except Flame gets knocked out by Raj, and that might be the start of the end for team number 9, just because another grenade was popped in by Raj, and that connect as well. Beautiful grenades, accurate grenades coming in from the players of team M3, and I guess they will finish this fight by the use of grenades only. No, Raj had other plans. He used that AKM to finally get that flush on the players of that squad. M3 and Raj pulling off that 1v3. Wizard on the other hand gets another confirmation on Lucifer, so the fights are starting to happen on all the corners. And Shadow actually, who did really well in the early phases of the tournament, he has been confirmed just a while ago with 1v4 Sky being the only player surviving from his squad. Let's see what he will bring to the table. Let's see how far he will go. He's not that far away from his squad mates, but he knows that if that 3v2 was pulled off, this 1v2 will also be pulled off. Anyway, Sky being the only player from his squad, he needs to survive till the end to make sure that his squad can make it to the finals. Anyways, 1v4 Sky going for that AKM, and let's talk about some areas, you know, in a close region to mansion. And actually it was a 4v2 fight to start with, where team number 11 didn't lose a hair of them, but they have finished off 2 of the players from the other side. So a good fight coming in from this position as well. Let's go back to Lipovka, where we have 4 players in Lipovka, and they have actually wasted a lot of time looting Lipovka. Lipovka is not that big of a deal. Lipovka is not that big of an area where you can spend around 8 minutes looting. I guess they need to make it to the circle as quickly as possible, just because they're 2100 meters away from the circle. And if you look at the loot, Venom is having 20 bandages, and those bandages will be popped in on his way to the zone, and the second zone will start to pop in a little while. The first zone has started to close in, and we are not very far away from this zone getting confirmed. Anyways, getting confirmed means that getting closed in. Anyways, Dragoon is the leader right now, leading the team to be Insane Noob on the other end. Zep Insane Noob maybe got that confirmation on Lord Hrithik. Lord Hrithik was trying to hold this area for his squad, but unfortunately won't be able to do that because he has been confirmed just a while ago with only player from the team number 3. It's War Daddy, and he's being shot at as well. Insane Noob has been spotted, prone at the right time, but another player has been spotted. Grenade comes in from Vampire, connects on Ferocious. Another grenade he was trying to do, but unfortunately won't be able to connect. He has been confirmed without any delay. Alright, Ferocious will be revived in a little while, and he has been revived. 4 kills to team Zep, and they have done really well to suppress the rush. They have done really well to confirm those players. Slay UV and company, still 3 guys standing, and they have 0 kills to the name, so they will need to do much more to survive. They will need to keep up the good game. Slay UV and company, let's see how far they'll go. Anyways, Team Zep, they have 4 kills to the name. Team 10 on the other hand coming in from the backside. N31 squad, they still have 3 kills to the name, so they have done really well to start of the match. Let's see if they will be able to finish this game on a high note. There is a spot on the right hand side. They started off in Severny, and now they have tried to make it to the center of the circle, which seems like the strategy to me. Team number 8 on the right hand side, they also have 3 players standing, I guess, so that fight might just start in a little while. We will be waiting for that fight to start as well. And if you talk about team 14, they just made it out of that area. They made it to the circle. They have a good compound to the name. They can hold that area really well. Team number 12 on the other hand, they started off in Lipovka. They have shown complete rotation from the back side of Yasnaya Polyana. So I guess they're not looking for any kind of trouble in the early phase of the match. They are not looking for any kind of fight. They have completed their rotation, and now they are heading towards the compounds on the southern side of shooting range. So that might be the plan that is coming in from that side. 1v4 Sky as the solo player, he is in Yasnaya right now. Charanjot and company just inside the safe zone, but they will need to make it to the circle as quickly as possible. This is just the second circle, and after that we will have our third circle popping in after a little while. Team number 10, N31, looking for some frags here as well. They have got a full control over this you know, the Mount Everest of Erangel. Let's see what happens. Khalnak looking for some information in the squad house, and I guess they must be having an information on the squad out that yes, there are players on that side of the map. Let's talk about Insane Noob as well. He's also the cars have rendered for him, so yes, he will know that there is a squad on the top of that mountain. He will be trying to use that information as well. DP28 and the other gun, it was M416. Alright, DP28 and M416 is coming into play from a Zep Insane Noob. Let's see if we'll be able to put that to good use. And we still have 11 squads surviving in this game. I guess we started with 12 or 13 squads maybe. Yes, we started off with 13 squads where the team 5 surviving with only 1 player. And yes, we started with 14 squads actually. We have already seen the end of 3 squads, and Devil Whitey is the solo player. And 1v4 Sky also, 2 of the solo players surviving from their squads, and no squad except team 12 started off with 4 players. Actually 11 as well. Team 11 and team 12, they are the only 2 squads to start off with 4 players. They have the numbers up and running for them. Let's see if they will be able to pull that chicken dinner with 4 players surviving in their team. And we have seen that playing with 4 players does play a vital role in getting your chicken dinner, but we have also seen that you know, it doesn't guarantee you. I mean, we have seen a lot of trios getting a chicken dinner, and it is very rare to see a duo or a solo player get a chicken dinner. But yes, we have seen trios getting chicken dinner, so it doesn't you know, give you that kind of advantage that yes, if 2 teams are playing with 4 players, they will definitely get the chicken dinner. That is not the thing that happens. Anyways, DP28 from Insane Noob is trying his best to collect as much as information as available to him and his squad. Team 21 on the other hand, still 3 guys standing. They have 0 kills till now. They haven't engaged in any kind of fights, but they will be looking for some good areas to hold on to, and after that they will start to move in. Let's look at team number 12, who have made it to the circle, and this is what I was talking about. They will stop at the northern edge of shooting range. I mean on the southern side of shooting range, if I'm not wrong. Yes, it was expected from them, the kind of rotation they were showing. I didn't expect them to move towards the center, but if you look at them right now, 1v4 Sky being the solo player will go down by the play zone. And I was just talking about 1v4 Sky was trying to make it to the circle as quickly as possible, but he goes down. Devil Whitey trying to make it to the circle as solo player as well, but he has watered down his name, and Watertown is still not looted. We saw a lot of fights in the Watertown in the last game that we hosted, but this time it is totally deserted. No squad there whatsoever for the time being. Devil Whitey will make it to ruins. I guess he is going in for ruins, or maybe those 6 houses on the left hand side right in front of him, I guess. But there is already a squad present at that location. Team 14, the squad that is available at that area. Devil Whitey might be breathing his last few breaths as he's making his way to that squad. He hears those shots, he tries to run away. And team 14, actually, they messed up really bad. They should have got this kill. They should have. Unfortunately, Devil Whitey will make his way to the other compound where team number 11 is waiting for him. But this time he won't go directly into that compound. And there's a flare drop on the top of that mountain, which will be seen by Devil Whitey, so he will not make his way towards that location. Devil Whitey needs to get a compound as quickly as possible, and he needs to stay at that position. And now he's going towards that top mountain where there is a squad already present, and he was lucky enough to not go down with that vehicle, because as soon as you go down by a bike, you lose out on a lot of health points, and Devil Whitey was already low on health just because of the shots that were taken on him just a while ago. So he managed to survive. He's a very lucky guy, I must say. And he was on a bike, he had no cover whatsoever, but still that team was not able to finish him off at that location. Anyways, let's look at N31. They still have a chance to finish off Devil Whitey to get that confirmation. Devil Whitey is making his way towards that compound, but finally he sees that there is a squad on the top, so he manages to fall back. He goes into that house, and if I was in 3-1 right now, and if this bike renders and this player renders for me, I'll just rush in for this player. I'll just get a flush on him, and we'll get that one easy point and make it to top 9 easily. But will M31 make that decision? Because this guy is a little outside the circle, so that can be one variable that can save him for the time being. But this fight is very, very difficult for Devil Whitey to pull off, just because M31 is right on top of him, and M31 is looking for a lot of kills. Let's look at the circle right now. Team 12 has closed in on the distance. They have made it to the circle again. Team 7 on the edge and drop in between the players of Team 7. Kohinoor might be the guy to take that drop, and I guess he's not going in for that. Zep Insane Noob company still holding that squad house area. That is still inside the circle, so they will enjoy the luxury of being inside the circle for a long time. Slay UV compound, they are looting those two houses compounds. They will be holding that location, and team number 11 on the other hand holding the containers area. Devil Whitey might be spotted. FTM Mexican and JP has started to move in towards that position, so I guess they're not going to stop here. There was only a bike there, so they could have got that kill, but unfortunately they won't be stopping for the time being. The other player from team number 4, it's JP, who is using that buggy to actually move into the circle, but he's being shot at, and his buggy tire has given up, and JP might go down. Beautiful spray coming in from the players of N31. I guess JP manages to survive because of their down reach. Now he'll try to heal up as quickly as possible. It was the kill of N31 that just has been stolen from them, because it didn't go anyway. It didn't go to them anyway. JP was very low on health. He was just surviving on 10 to 15 HP, and 1 or 2 more shots from N31 could have seen the end of JP. They are still looking for that information. They are still looking for JP, so that's one thing they are looking at right now. And let's talk about team 5 Devil Whitey. He will start to make it in the circle as quickly as possible as well. They've been sent on the other end. I guess they are engaging in a fight with team number 4, with team number 4 leading the charge. Vampire gets an off to Odin. So yes, they are doing it really well. Insane Noob has been shot, and even after getting knocked out, he was shot to a good extent. He was very low on health. He was about to go down, but fortunately, I guess one of the players, I guess it was Ferocious, came at the right time to get a revival done on him. And we have Vampire as well trying to pop in those M24 shots, and he has already got that knock, and now he's trying to blow up the tires of that vehicle so that they can make it to the next circle, because the way towards the next circle is very difficult for them. This will be the 4th zone closing in, and Vampire has already exposed himself, so the players from the team can actually manage to do some damage. Devil Whitey goes into the harm's way again, but this time he will be confirmed by Insane Noob. This won't be lucky this time. Anyways, team 4 on the other hand, they will try to make it to the circle as quickly as possible. One of their vehicles have already been blown off, and I guess it's not the time to save this vehicle, Mexican bro. Time to go away into the circle as quickly as possible. After 38 seconds, this circle start to close as well. Udit makes the right while all Mexican goes into that vehicle. Steely on the other hand gets a knock on Smokey, if I'm not wrong. Gets confirmation as well. This fight is happening on this bridge, and I didn't expect a bridge camp here, but team 13 will get confirmed by the players of team 21. Beautiful bridge camp coming into play, and container still in contention. Team 14 on the other hand outside the circle. They will start to make it into the circle as quickly as possible. And 3-1 still on Mount Everest. They have started to make it to the circle as well. This is a very high mountain, one of the highest mountains angle, and the squad made good use of it. They weren't able to get any frags, but yes, they were they were able to do a lot of damage to the other squads. Anyways, N31, 3 players standing, 3 kills to the name. The 4th zone closing in on them. The damage is being done to them. They have been one of those squads who show a re-rotation to make it to the circle, but this time they weren't able to do so. They just they are going with the circle, and there is already a squad bridge camping for them. Oh no! Oh no! Don't tell me N31 is going to get bridge camped here. Nishant turns away. Actually, he didn't go to the bridge, and whole N31 squad has actually given up on the idea of making it to the circle. And yes, they saw those burnt vehicles which stopped them from making it to the circle. As soon as the circle closes, it is going to give a lot of damage to the players of N31, and they might need to pull off some good health kits, which I don't see with Nishant. So this might be a cause of concern for N31, because Nishant is making it to the circle. He's very low on health, and he might go down by the play zone only. I feel sad for N31 right now, because they were leading the charge from the starting. Kalang goes down, Nishant is knocked out by play zone. Raj is only surviving. He loses that spray, connects on Sai, and does a lot of damage, but wasn't able to get that kill. Hawk's Beast on the other hand goes on the top of that cliff. Let's see if he'll be able to put that cliff to good use. Now Raj making a call to go inside the circle. Raj only took those 3 kills, so yes, he's the guy from the get-go for N31 to actually make it to the final 3 cycles. Hawk's Beast, he has a beautiful angle to his knee, and he's putting that angle to good use, isn't he? Anyways, let's see if he will be able to survive till the last cycle. Mexican goes down by a beautiful headshot coming in from Solanki. Taranjot and company finally trying to make it to the circle. Beast on the other hand trying to survive for the time being. Raj jumped into the water so that he can survive. Anyways, Raj will survive for the time being, and actually Raj has made it to the land, and he's actually trying to pop in some smokes maybe. I don't know. No, he has actually started to Get into the circle, which seems like the right choice to me. Hawks Beast gets a knock on Yui, trying to put that high ground to good use. Beast spots Yui again, creates a confirm on him, and now Hawk Squad with 3 kills. They need to make it to the circle. This will be the 5th circle closing in. You cannot make a mistake here. You cannot make a mistake in this circle, and none of the players from Team Mobile have actually into the circle. Space again. Finally goes out of the harm's way, but Trigo has been spotted. Saiyan still trying his best to survive. After 0 seconds, this zone will start to close. Beast finally realizes that it is too late to go, so he starts to go away from this location. But he has done a lot of damage to Team 14, which will be very good for them. They might be, and they have a car as well, so good strategy coming in from Beast. But will this late rotation cost them? Will this late rotation cost them? I don't know right now. Beast is being damaged, and he's damaged a lot, but now he's trying to go with that vehicle right into that water, and he actually does it, and the water will save him for the time being. He needs to pop in those bandages as well. He spots a player of team number 8 on the right hand side, so yes, he still has can he take some shots? Can he take some shots? I'll have to look at that. I don't think so. Ferocious on the other hand gets a knock on D1 too. So Ferocious is coming back very strongly in this game. Beast managed to survive, but Charanjot is also surviving. One of the players from team number 8 has been knocked out as well. Smokes being popped in from the players of team 11. Let's see if that revival will be coming through. On the other hand, Insane, they have a good cover to the name. They can use this cover, but if a grenade is popped in from the players of team number 11, that will see the end of the players of team 8. Insane trying to pop in the health kit. D12 got confirmed by Ferocious, and Beast still surviving. He's very low on health. Charanjot has been spotted as well. Raj spotted again for the 2nd time this time. Let's see if Raj will be managing to survive, and only 12 bullets in DV28, and he's spotted to the tray. Doesn't connect, and he had that chance of confirming another player for his squad and take his kill tally to 5. They already have 7 kills with the name. More than half of those kills have come from the gun of Insane Noob trying to pop in another grenade on Charanjot. Let's see if that grenade connect or not. Very close vicinity to Charanjot. Charanjot is already bleeding out, so I guess he will get confirmed in a little while. Beast has been damaged as well by that grenade, so yes, Insane Noob is also doing a lot of damage by the use of those grenades. And Ferocious will go into the vehicle, into the water actually, will try to pass on that information to his squad mates. Some vehicle being popped in as well. Team number 7 inside the circle, and Insane Noob trying to go inside the circle as well. He's very low on health. Puts gun on his back and starts to run, and starts to make it to the circle. Team number 7, they are still 3 guys standing, so they can use their numbers well to stop Insane Noob from making it to the circle as quickly as possible. Asharam on the right hand side, he has a very good angle to his name. Sulam gets spotted, Insane coming in, and it won't be enough to keep him alive. On the other hand, third party coming in on Solanki. Spray coming in from Udit gets a knock and confirmation on the players of team 7. Asharam as well. Spray coming in from Udit, connects a lot of bullets actually, and connects on Asharam. Finally gets rid of him as well. Kohinoor being the only player, and Udit has information on all the players. Well done, Udit. Anyways, Udit will be going against the player against Kohinoor actually. This will be a 1v1 fight between Udit and Kohinoor, and after that the other player from team number 4 might join this fight as well. Kohinoor is not losing out on any health points. That means he's still inside the circle. We'll have to go towards Kohinoor as well. Let's go to him. Insane Noob. Kohinoor actually going in for that revival on his squad mate, and that vehicle should have been burst down by Udit, so that they wouldn't be able to make it to the circle. And now they have that vehicle, they have that cover as well, and they can use this cover to make it to the circle. Udit should have been more aware of the situation right now. Asharam trying to pop in the Sulkin, and after that they will start to make it to the circle. They have already made it to top 3, so they will be very happy with their gameplay. And the smoke helped them to survive for the timing, and not even one tire of that, maybe one tire of that vehicle was burst down, but other than that they are looking in good shape. Anyways, they won't survive from FTAJP. FTAJP gets rid of Asharam, gets rid of Kohinoor as well with the DP28. Good spray coming in from FTAJP. He got rid of both the players. Udit wasn't able to do so for the timing, but it was done by the player from his team only, so he won't be grieving for that. Anyways, this is still a 3v2 fight, and Udit might be able to spot the players of team 12. He has a very good angle to his name, and he has a hard cover as well. He will get rid of that player. Yes, Shaktiman actually goes down, and this is a 2v2 fight right now. Aditya, one grenade from Udit can get the job done for his squad. One more player, Aditya has been spotted as well. Aditya taking a peek on Udit, and M762 Aditya exposes himself, and he will go down. And now this is a 1v1 fight. Udit goes for that spray, connects on Pragun actually, and Udit will get rid of that last player as well, and that will be 1v3 coming in from Udit in the last circle. Anyways, FTA team takes the chicken dinner with 7 kills. Second position goes to CRPF Shaktiman and Aditya with 2 kills. Third position goes to Solanki TS Nashanam with 3 kills. Rest of the rankings you can see for yourself. Thank you so much guys for joining in. Let's meet after a short break.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head, because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, now I'll find you in my dreams. My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, now I'll find you in my dreams. Find you in my I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. Seeing monsters out your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero, 'cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes, when the bombs scream, until our last breath, every heartbeat. You know I'll come running. You go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you When your nightmares turn to real life and the ground's filled up with landmines, we will face it standing side by side. You know I'll come running when you need. I'm coming. You know I'll come running. You go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarm and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, yeah, I'm coming, I'm fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, yeah, I'll be your army. If you go to war, then I'm going with you. Pick up my sword, yeah, there's nothing I won't do. When you sound the alarms and the chaos is rising, leading the charge, I'm coming, I'm fighting. Swear on the breath that I breathe, I'll never retreat, yeah, I'll be your army. Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed. Let me bleed. Let me. All of the pain seems to follow like a shadow, dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it hurts as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed as I bleed for you, cry for you. Oh, oh. Let me bleed.
I'm on my own, broken and alone. I feel the rain crashing down all around this empty town. I'm searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware. Keep moving like the scars aren't even there. It's in the air like a blazing flare. Don't stare 'cause the flames will burn us. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you.
Alright guys, thank you so much for joining in. This will be the last match of the playoffs actually, and then we'll be moving on to the finals. Let's talk about the flight path that starts from Kamishki, finishes off on military base, a vertical flight path with a little tilt on the western side. Anyways, if you talk about the locations that are accessible, Sivani, Kamishki, Stolber, Lipovka, School, Puchinki, Milta, military base and Novipna, all these locations look totally accessible to me. And after that, if you talk about some other locations like Feripia, teams can reach there without any trouble. Pochinki also is gettable, and teams can actually go to that location and can loot to the tent as well. So we'll have to look at the teams and where the first fights will start. You know, it actually going towards Sivani. We had a little bit of fight in Sivani in the last game, and there were actually 2 squads with 3 players standing who went to that area, and we had a good fight to start with, but actually it went in the favor of M31. In Yasnaya Poliana, we have 2 squads combat again, making into the Yasnaya area, and they have been very consistent. They have been. One second guys, I'm fixing the glitch. 16 teams, 55 players. Let's talk 5 who are 3 guys standing. There's Mukul, POV, Karma and Hunter Naziba. I'm having a little bit of glitch because of which players are not moving for some reason. I don't know why. Let's go to Rozok, where we have team 4 and team 3 maybe fighting out with each other. And Rozok has been one of those places. Alright, let's talk about team number 4 in Rozok. They are fighting it out with the players of team 3, and this is very rare that we have some fights in Rozok, and this will VH, the players from VH3 guys standing, and they are looking for some information. Ben10 is having an info 16. And he will be going up against one of the players from team 4, which will be Killshot, engaging in a 1v1 fight with Ben10. And after that, the other players might join in a little while as well. Ben10 trying to pop in a grenade, and let's see if that grenade will connect or will get the job done or not. Again, tried to pop in, but unfortunately didn't connect. Adi OP on the other hand informs another player with his help of a shotgun. Ben10 actually didn't throw in that grenade just because he was not sure where the player might be, and now he's trying to change his angle, maybe get a better view of that player, and he has a beautiful angle. He actually saw that player pops in a grenade. Killshot actually manages to fall on the right hand side, but a little bit of damage has been done to him. But Killshot will go away from that position, and now if you look at Ben10, he knows where that player might be. He knows that that player would have fallen back after getting damaged by the grenade. Killshot might be spotted by Ben10. Ben10 has a good angle on him, and now finally sees that player falling back, and Ben10 will again try to get some kind of information. He has already called his teammate to join him in this fight, so this will be a 2v1 fight again. Killshot has started to move back. Killshot has started to fall back from this location, which seems like the right choice to me, because this would have been a 1v2 fight, and Killshot was already damaged. He was not having any kind of bandages, and I guess he should have looted this place for some good loot. Anyways, Ben10 gets an AKM. He changes it with his Karel, gets a full health kit as well. If he gets damaged, that will come in handy. On the other hand, if we talk about the players of team 4, they have started to go away from this location. They have got that buggy, and they might be looking for a fight as well. That can be a call. Ishan has been knocked out. There are still 3 guys standing. They still have 3 players up and running for them. And if you look at team number 3, they have started to close in on the distance. One of the players from team number 4 is on the other side of the road. Ishan is looking for some help. Ishan is looking for some angles, and Hadi comes into play. Sports Joker botches that spray. Oh my god, that was terrible spray to start with. He should have got that play. He was an open. Joker started spraying later than Hadi, but unfortunately Hadi was damaged a lot more than Joker. Anyways, popped in a grenade. Nope. That grenade is not going to do any kind of damage to the other squad, and Huddy has been knocked out by that gas can explosion. That Molly exploded the gas can, and gas can exploded Huddy. Huddy should have known that that gas can was coming for him. And team number 4 making a lot of mistakes and going down bit by bit, player by player. They are still one guy standing, which seems to be Warzone only player. He can knock out Joker right now. He is very low on health, but Warzone is not going for that shot. What are they doing there? They had the numbers advantage. They didn't use that numbers advantage. They had the everything in their hand. They could have knocked out Joker. Warzone could have got a knock here, but he's not going for it. You know, you cannot be overly passive in these kinds of games. You need those initial kills. You need to be very active. You need to use your numbers well, your angles well. You need to show your game awareness so that maybe you can have an edge over the other squad. And if you play like this, you will go down without any trouble. And a lack of synergy between these random players, I guess there was a lack of synergy, a lack of game awareness that has led to the demise of these 3 players. Warzone being the only player. Let's see how far he will go. We still have 16 teams alive in this game, and a total of 13 a total of 50 players waiting to win this game, waiting to fight it out. Anyways, let's go back to RD split spot and companies playing with Chaudhary God, RN Sniper, DT are the OP. There are still 4 guys standing, and they will be looking for some more information. M416 coming in from split spot. Unfortunately, won't be able to spot anyone for the time being. Watertown being the kind of place that it is, it has been taken up by a lot of squads in the recent times, and Team 17 being one of those squads who have taken up on that Watertown area again. And Watertown has actually converted into a hot drop in these matches that we are hosting. We have been seeing a lot of scores dropping at that location. Let's go back to Team 14 and Team 12, who are looking in a very close vicinity right now, but the fight won't start just because they are looking for some safer compounds. It is Car TP who has started to fall back from here, who started to go away from here, and the ping is a little high with a little render issue as well. Hunter Joker will be looking for that last player of that squad and maybe looking for that confirmation on him, but the last player hasn't actually fallen back. He's still in this area, he's still holding this compound. I don't know for what reason, because if he was looking for some fight, he should have taken that fight when it was required, when the players were down on health. He didn't take that fight at that point, so I don't think there is a point engaging in this fight at this moment of time. Warzone, let's see what he's thinking. Let's see if he's looking for some player who makes a mistake, if he's looking for the players of Team 3 to actually come out of the blue, to actually come in open and expose themselves, and maybe he will be able to take advantage of that. Let's get back to Combat Squad, who is fighting in Yasna with the players of Team 15. Keller is very low on health. He's being shot at. He's trying his best to get a knock for his squad. He does it. He knocks out Clutcher. Beautiful spray with the Scarl connects on Clutcher, and the trade fire will come in. Helix will get a knock on Kevlar, will get a confirmation. Let's see if that confirmation will be coming or not. Combat SK on the other hand goes down as well. Scar being the only player from his squad, he is going for that revival on his squad, where he needs to pop in some smokes as well, but he gets confirmed from Bumblebee on the top side, connecting that EP Bison, I guess, and gets a confirmation at the right location at the right time as well. He has managed to save his teammates. So R4G3 raid squad will be standing with 4 players, and they will be coming back very, very strongly. Anyways, let's get back to Team 11. Chaudhary God will make it to the circle. B2, one of the players from B2 has been knocked out as well, so we'll be going to that fight. Warzone on the other hand still looking for some information, still looking for surprise elements, still looking for some surprise attack on the players of Team 3. Unfortunately, he won't be able to do that for the time being. Night Criminal might be spotted as well. There is a team, I guess, who is following him from the backside. I guess it's Team 16, who haven't got a vehicle actually, so that is not going to make any kind of difference. They have a vehicle. Venom, he has a vehicle right now. He can use that vehicle to go away from this location. Team number 4, Warzone, he is being surrounded by the players of Team 3, and Team number 3, they have finally started to split up, and Hawkeye Yash on the other hand gets confirmed by that grenade, and now they have split up, and Warzone might be the guy to take advantage of that, because this might be a 1v1 fight, and 700 Joker can have an angle on Warzone, and he will be taking some shots on Warzone if he spots him, just because they have the numbers advantage, and this is still a 1v3 fight. BTW Ninja on the other hand gets confirmed as well on the other side of the map, and it is Penten who is coming down. and Warzone might be engaging in a 1v1 fight with him. Some random shots coming in from the other side, and I guess they have an information on Warzone and they will be closing in on this player. Benton still trying to get an angle. Papa Scarpy gets knocked out by 1 HP. Calcifer by that Scarl spray. Benton exposes himself. Warzone wasn't able to get any kind of damage done to him, and now team number 3 will start to rush in. Warzone being the only survivor, he is using that Scarl and he will be going for that knock. He gets that, can get that flush as well. The second player is coming in from the players of team 3. They get that random spray, unfortunately it doesn't connect. They are coming one by one. A grenade pulled in, and a grenade is pulled in beautifully actually. Now he can get that confirmation on the second player, and yes, he gets that knock. Oh my god, Warzone is turning the tables for his squad. 1v1 fight coming into play, but he gets confirmed. He gets confirmed. Oh my god. He was very close to that 1v3 and 4 kills to team 3, and they have managed to survive thanks to Joker, who came in at the right time, who managed to stop Warzone from getting any kind of flush. He was playing really well. He could have got that 1v3, but unfortunately wasn't able to do so. Beautiful gameplay coming in from Warzone. Let's go back to Splitsbot and company. 3 guys standing, 2 kills to the name, and the finals will be hosted today in the evening at 4 actually. And we are at 2 hours and 47. Let's go back to Night Criminal and company. 2 guys standing. They have a vehicle to the name. They've tried to make it to the circle. 14 teams, 42 players, and on an average every squad has a total of 3 players. This game is going to go a little slow in the mid fights, just because if you look at the players right now, they are not engaging in any kinds of fights, and the map is too big for fitting 42 players. That's why there is a lot of distance between these players. The fights are happening slowly, and but yes, shortly but surely all these squads will get finished, and one will survive and all others will perish, and it will give us a winner of the 3rd game. And we have seen a lot of teams actually making a name for themselves in the past 2 matches. They're 2 different groups. Group 1, we had a lot of squads playing well, and in Watertown area we have team 17 blocking any entry into the squad house, but they'll have to blow up that vehicle for that entry. And Eagle Insane trying to do a 200 IQ gameplay, trying to get to the top without actually using the staircase, but unfortunately you won't be able to do that. You need a vehicle to actually climb that place, but for the timing they won't be able to do that. Eagle Insane looking for some more information, trying to get in that vehicle, but yes, he gets inside. He will change the seat and then we will go out, and that will be the procedure to get into that house. Eagle Insane. Anyway, let's get back to team 14. ALXR, they started off well. They have already got 3 kills to the name, and 2 kills have come from the gun of Gameru, and Gameru has done well to keep his squad alive. He's also having an off angle for his squad, at an angle where teams won't be predicting him, where teams won't be expecting him as well. Anyways, we have to look at the other teammates as well. Abhi on the other hand is too far away from his squad mates, and same goes for Kraken as well. So a lot of distance in these players. RN Sniper on the other hand gets knocked out, and this might be a call for trouble. Survivor has been knocked out as well. Jerry being the only player from his squad. Let's see what he will bring to the table. He needs to get a knock on Survivor. He needs to get a revival on Survivor as quickly as possible, because the players might be rushing in at any moment. He will get that revival done on Survivor. Survivor was just hit by a car 98, I guess, and he will be revived. There are only 2 guys standing, so they need to use their numbers well. They need to be very aware of the fights that are happening around them. Just because they are 2 men down, they only have 2 players standing for them, so they need to keep their eyes open. They need to not allow any squad from rushing in on them, because as soon as the rush arrives, they will be down on numbers, and that fight can go against them. Anyways, they're not having any kind of early advantages. They're not having any kind of early fights to start with, early kills to start with as well, so they need to be active, but on the same page, on the same time, they need to be passive as well, that they don't allow any squad to rush in on them, because they are low in numbers. They don't have any advantages, so they don't want to initiate a fight as well. But if they don't initiate a fight, if they don't actually show that they are engaged, they're trying to engage in a fight, they won't be able to survive as well. That will be very harmful for them, because they need to suppress the rush as quickly as possible. Because if a squad of 4 comes in, it will be very hard for them to come back in this game. Anyways, there are still 2 guys standing. We are already 15 minutes into the game, and the game might just go on for 15 minutes more. 1 HP on the other hand gets knocked out. Let's get back to Rage Rex to get that confirmation, and Rage Squad is playing it out really well. They have managed to get those regular flushes for their squad mates, and now it is team number 7 who are on the receiving end of this team. Kai gets a shot connected. He tries to spray down one of the players of R4G3. Rex trying to make it to safety, will make it to safety as well. Kai didn't get any shot connected. They've already lost out on one of their players. There are only 3 guys standing right now, and if you look at Kai, he is using that US to open US. Actually, they have a Dacia to the name as well. And BH Benton on the other hand gets knocked out by 90s Crazer coming back in the game. Benton gets flushed as well without any delay. So yes, the fights have tried to happen on all the corners. The vehicle did explode, but unfortunately no damage was done to that squad. Team number 11 on the other hand looking for some information, trying to stop the squads from rotating to safety. R4G3 showing a lot of rotations from the school apartments area, and now they have made it to ruins, and they will be going away from this location. Alright, Sniper gets another knock for his squad, and team 18, only 2 players have managed to hold that compound really well till now, and no squad has managed to go through them. No squad has managed to finish them off. Echo OP gets confirmed on Sniper Noob, so we'll be going to them as well in a little while. Night Criminal gets a knock on HV Dimos actually, and let's go back to R4G3. 1 HP guy gets a knock on Echo OP, confirms him as well. So 1 HP is coming back very strongly, and they lost out on a few of their players in the early game, but now they are coming back. Anya OP, the only player surviving from her squad, or his or her squad maybe. He or she is trying his best to survive, but I don't think he will be able to survive just because he's going downhill where a squad is already present. So it is going to be very hard for Anya to actually make it to safety while there is already a player at that location camping in that area. And yes, I guess Anya has spotted that vehicle, so Anya needs to be very careful where he or she is going, just because that vehicle gives an indication, and Anya will be confirmed by the red zone actually. Unfortunate for Anya to get confirmed by red zone in that area. It was very funny. We were expecting a fight there, a 1v1 fight maybe, but the red zone had other plans. Anya got confirmed by the red zone at the wrong time. Anyways, R4G3 still has a good compound in the name. We have already seen 4 zones, and the 4th zone will start to close in a little while. And take 1 second guys. Anyways, TM Mandeep getting a shot at Sunny OP as well. He has knocked him out, and the confirmation might be arriving in a little while. Mandeep gets a confirmation. Sadi OP on the other hand connects a grenade on Crazer. So fights are finally starting to happen in all the corners. We still have 13 squads alive in this game. Ari split spot engaging in a fight with players of Team 10. I guess it's a confirmation. Easily split spot with 3 kills has managed to survive. Ari split spot get confirmation on 90s awesome, and 3-1 Kira will get confirmed as well. They weren't able to do anything today. They just came in. They just held their full locations well, and now they are going down without any. Team number 16 on the other hand fighting back really well, and he has done a 1v3 to keep his squad alive. He has got 3 kills to his names, and he has used that M416 to get rid of the ALXR squad. Unfortunately, we weren't able to capture that. Let's go back to team number 6, who are 2 guys standing, who have just spotted that player of team 16 who just got a full flush on that complete squad. Night Criminal and company trying to make it to the circle. The zone will be giving them a lot of damage, so they need to make it to the circle as quickly as possible so that they won't be harmed for the time being. Night Criminal, ZZZ, they have made it to top 11, but they need to keep themselves alive if they want to make it to the finals. They have 0 kills to the name, so no kill points there, so they are only looking for survival points right now. They need to make it to the final circle so that they can get some kills, get some frags as well. Night Criminal Z trying to be as safe as possible, giving rotation from extreme ends. They just on the other hand gets a knock on a Helix. kill is maybe Night Criminal has been spotted. Spray might come in from Chaudhary who's using that DP28 RD Split Spotting Company. They have finally started to get some knocks and confirmations up and running for them. Chaudhary and 42 survivors still in that compound. Team number 16 and play danger in deep trouble, but they have managed to survive from that spray. Now they will let the car stop at the wrong time at wrong location. Anyways, Chaudhary wasn't able to get rid of those players. He wasn't able to make the best out of it. Team number 6, the 5th zone has formed, and it has eradicated team 11, team 6 and team 18. All teams are outside the circle. Z gets knocked out by Chaudhary. Chaudhary finally coming back in the game. He has got that knock, and he will start to finish off other squads. Night Criminal might be spotted as well. Night Z will get confirmed. The smoke will be helping him survive, and Z wasn't patient, and if you're not patient in this game, you will become a patient. That is what happened with that guy. Anyways, let's talk about Jerry and company. Still surviving with 2 players. They have managed to keep themselves alive till top 8. Chaudhary and company, on the other hand, they have got 8 kills to the name. They have managed to survive really well. They have 4 vehicles to the name. Watertown still in contention for the zone. TM and Deep, he has been doing a lot of damage to the other players. He has got that 1 kill to his squad, and his squad is also having a total of 1 kill. They have still 4 guys. They still have 4 guys standing, so they can use those numbers well. They can come back in the game strongly. Mandeep trying to pop in a grenade, and I think this is just a blind grenade from Mandeep. Don't tell me this is going to connect. Don't tell me it is going to connect. No, it didn't connect. Actually, Mukul manages to survive. The grenade was in a closer proximity from what I thought, but yes, it wasn't able to do any kind of damage to Mukul. Anyways, team number 17 surviving with 4 players. Team 5 also inside the circle. They have managed to keep themselves alive till this position. Team 15 on the other hand is on the right hand side. Let's get back to them. 3 guys standing, and Split Spotting Company has made it to the circle. 3 players still on the backside. 1 player has made it to the circle. He is clearing out houses here, and he will be providing that important information to his squad mates where the teams might be. We still have our top 9 squads alive in this game, and let's talk about Chaudhary, who's using that vehicle to actually make it to the circle. Because this is the 5th zone closing in, it will be giving a lot of damage to the squad, but most of the squads have already made it to the circle, with an exception of team 12, Blitz Bumblebee, who is still making it to the circle, and he will end up here in water only if he keeps swimming. Yes, he knew that, and now he needed to expose himself. He needed to go into the circle, because that 1 health kit cannot save him. He's not having any energy drinks, not having any bandages. Looking for that random shot at this point of time, not the best thing you can do. Survivor gets finished. AOV Jerry goes down. Bumblebee will go out in style at, and a lot of squads actually finished off at the same time. So if he would have held a few more seconds, maybe he could have made it to final 6. Maybe he did actually get eliminated at 7th position. We don't know. Anyways, if an HP guy gets confirmed, and that will be giving us our top 5 squads. Team number 11 making it to top 5 with 4 players. Team 8, they have a very good high cover, hard cover to the name, so that can be one thing to look at as well. Game Changer trying to pop in that spray, and unfortunately we have a glitch here, so we won't be looking at that. Let's go back to Clutcher. DP28 on the players of Team 11. Sniper spotted, but Sniper snipes him down. That was a beautiful Car 98 shot coming in from Sniper, living up to his name, but he's not having any kind of helmet, so he needs to be wary of the other players as well. He's 4 meters away from the zone, so that is not going to stop him from taking a lot of shots. Team number 8 trying to do a third party have managed to start crawling into the quarters of Team 15, and 1 grenade can get the job done for them. It can also knock out a few of players from Team 15. Team 8 doing a lot of damage to Team 15. They were already down. Tejas needs to survive. Tejas needs to come in and do a lot of damage to the players of Team 15 who are already down and out. Smokes pulled in from the players of Team 15 who will start to crawl into the circle. Tejas might be the guy to take him down. Tejas is not exposed till now, but the players of Team 15, their locations have been compromised. Clutcher exposes him and goes inside again. Mukul on the other hand gets confirmed by Kratos. Genex Kratos Game Changer goes down by play zone. Clutcher will take that play, will knock out 1. Will he be able to knock out 2? No, he doesn't. Bumblebee gets a knock. Bumblebee will get rid of team number 8, and Team 15 will make it to the circle. Karna will go down to the play zone. That will be giving us our top 3 squads actually. Genex and company on the right hand side, PH9, Team 15 on the upper side as well. They have two players standing. They have got 8 kills to the name. Hell Easy goes down. Bumblebee will be the only press rank from his squad. He might have been spotted. God, if he comes in with a grenade, that will get rid of a full Team 15. 1 grenade can get the job done. Will they be able to pull it off? No, for the time being. Revival will come in, and that will be Hell Easy getting revived. Anyways, grenade being pulled in by Bumblebee as well. He can get rid of 2 players at the same time if he connects. Unfortunately, it doesn't connect for the timing. Space probably confirmed by Mandeep. Knocked out by Mandeep actually. A rider goes down as well as a trade fire coming in from Adi OP. Team number 11 using their numbers well. And let's look at God right now, who has a very good angle to his name. He will use that angle to put an end to the players of Team 15. Unfortunately, doesn't get the knock. It was a very important knock at that location, because that would have allowed them to make it to the zone safely. But for timing, they will be using those smokes. Team 15 also wants to make it to the circle, but Kyori God has another plans. He will be trying to stop them from making it to the circle. Team number 17 has started to come into the open field, and they have got the full compound. They have got the full control over the zone. But Team 11 will be putting those vehicles to good use to maybe make it to the circle. Team 15 getting a lot of shots on them. Team 17 doing a lot of damage to those players. Team 11 on the end trying to pop in a lot of smokes to make it to the circle. They're trying to pop in some grenades as well on the players of Team 17, and I guess Kyori God will get a knock. He goes for a spray, but in the situation Kyori God goes down, and Team 11, they are going down like a house of cards with Adi OP and snipers, and the split squad actually have a very small cover, and a grenade can put an end to them. They have 8 kills to the name, but they need some good ranking points to actually make it to the top. Anyways, it is Adi OP, 3 kills to his name. He has an M249, so he wouldn't want to go down without spraying a full 100 bullets. And looting some crates. Split Spot has been knocked out. Genix Kratos also goes down by Bumblebee. Beautiful grenade coming in from Bumblebee, gets rid of Deep as well, and Bumblebee gets a knock on Insane. Actually, I guess he knocked out his own players, if I'm not wrong. No, he didn't actually, Bumblebee. And this can be a turning point in this match, because it was a 4v2 fight, but now the fight has been totally taken in control by R4G3. R4G3 is laying down houses here. They connected grenades on Team 17, they got rid of them, and now they are in a 2v2 fight against Team number 11, who were also spotting 4 players. So now it is a 2v2 fight, split squad, and this squad can actually get the chicken dinner for them with only 2 players standing. 4v4v2 fight, and Bumblebee company gets the chicken dinner easily. Beautiful gameplay coming in from them. 14 kills chicken dinner for R4G3. Second position RD squad with 8 kills. Third position Genix and company with 5 kills. Rest of the rankings you can